Ali McGraw was Hollywood's face of innocence, the woman whose role in Love Story defined a generation. At the height of fame, she became involved with Steve McQueen, the king of cool. What started as a glamorous romance soon turned into years of jealousy, control, and heartbreak. In later years, McGraw would reveal the shocking truths behind the relationship. Born in Bedford Village, New York, McGraw grew up in a turbulent household. Her father's alcoholism and constant parental fighting left her insecure, and she found escape in modeling. With guidance from fashion editor Diana Vreeland, she broke into film, debuting in 1969's Goodbye Columbia. Her breakout came with Love Story in 1970, a cultural phenomenon that made her a star overnight. Off-screen, she married producer Robert Evans and had a son, Joshua, seemingly securing both personal and professional happiness. But Hollywood had other plans. In 1972, Evans got her the role of Steve McQueen's wife in The Getaway, a decision that would change her life forever. Though hesitant to leave her son, McGraw later admitted she sensed the danger of working closely with McQueen, a storm that would soon engulf her. "I knew I was going to get in serious trouble with Steve," McGraw later admitted, and she was right. When she arrived on the set of The Getaway in 1972, McGraw was still married to Robert Evans, while Steve McQueen was Hollywood's ultimate superstar. 12 years her senior, McQueen exuded danger, rebellion, and irresistible charisma. To the world, he was the king of cool, blending motorcycles, race cars, and raw magnetism into his persona. For McGraw, he was intoxicating. Their chemistry was immediate, undeniable, and electric. Their affair began soon after filming started in Texas, creating Hollywood's most talked-about romance. The scandal boosted the film's box office, but behind the headlines, the consequences were personal and painful. By the end of 1972, McGraw filed for divorce from Evans, shocking the industry and inspiring storylines in The Offer, the Paramount Plus series about Evans and the making of The Godfather. In July 1973, McGraw and McQueen married. The union had fairy tale glamour, but the reality was controlling. McQueen demanded a prenuptial agreement and insisted McGraw abandon her acting career. At the height of her fame, she stepped away from Hollywood, later admitting she did it out of fear of losing him. Life in Malibu initially seemed idyllic. Quiet beaches, barbecues with friends, and walks along the sand. But beneath the surface, control, jealousy, and sacrifice were already shaping her days with Steve McQueen. To the world, Ali McGraw and Steve McQueen seemed like Hollywood perfection. But behind closed doors, cracks appeared. The hardest sacrifice came when McGraw gave up her career. "He was the biggest movie star in the world, and he didn't want me to work," she admitted. Out of love and fear, she became a full-time homemaker, raising her son and catering to McQueen. But the isolation soon took its toll. McQueen's substance abuse only worsened the situation. Nights of drinking and drugs left him volatile and withdrawn, while McGraw struggled with alcoholism herself. The passion that had once ignited their affair faded, replaced by suspicion, anger, and silent resentment. By the mid-1970s, the fairy tale had crumbled. Their home, once a sanctuary, became a place of tension and silence. McGraw later admitted she was terrified of speaking her mind, staying quiet even as loneliness and despair consumed her. Rumors of McQueen's infidelities spread, and at first, she clung to denial, hoping the man she had once adored was still there beneath the chaos. But soon, the whispers and rumors became impossible to ignore. The humiliation was crushing, and McGraw later admitted she too sought companionship outside the marriage. What had once been a passionate union devolved into a cycle of betrayal and bitterness. By 1977, her patience had run out. She told McQueen she wanted to return to acting, to reclaim the career she had abandoned at the height of her fame. Her request was a declaration of selfhood after years of suppression. His response was cold and final. "In that case, we are filing for divorce." Those words shattered any remaining illusions. Determined to stand on her own, McGraw accepted a role in Convoy, making reconciliation impossible. Though they tried briefly to mend things, trust had already evaporated. In 1978, after 5 turbulent years, their divorce was finalized. Tragedy struck just 2 years later. In 1980, Steve McQueen died at 50 from pleural mesothelioma, shocking the film world and devastating those close to him. For McGraw, grief was complicated. Despite anger, betrayal, and heartbreak, she had loved him profoundly. "I wish we had both grown old sober," she later reflected. A painful acknowledgement of a life they could never have. McQueen's death left her adrift. At 41, she faced the void of loss and the lingering shadows of their turbulent years. The pain fed her struggle with alcoholism, but it also marked the beginning of a long journey toward recovery, reinvention, and reclaiming her own life. Professionally, Ali McGraw tried to move forward, taking roles in Convoy, 1978, and a 14-episode arc in The Soap Dynasty, 1984. But the sparkle of her early stardom was gone. Hollywood had moved on, and McGraw, exhausted by years of personal turmoil, found herself overlooked and typecast. By the early 1990s, her struggles with alcohol reached a breaking point. Realizing she was on a destructive path, she entered treatment at the Betty Ford Center, confronting both her addiction and the emotional scars from her childhood, her marriages, and her years with Steve McQueen. Recovery became a turning point. In 1991, she published her memoir, Moving Pictures, an honest account of fame, heartbreak, and survival. By 1994, she left Hollywood, moving to Santa Fe, New Mexico, trading film sets for painting, gardening, meditation, and quiet reflection. There, she found peace. McGraw has now been sober for over 30 years, embracing life fully in the present. "I feel very blessed," she reflects. She never remarried, instead focusing on self-discovery, enduring friendships, and creative pursuits. A 2016 reunion with Love Story co-star Ryan O'Neal in Love Letters reminded audiences, and herself, of enduring bonds. She also channeled her energy into empowering women, partnering with the fashion collective Ebu to develop clothing lines celebrating craftsmanship and independence. For the woman who once gave up her career, it was a chance to define her own path. Even at 85, McGraw speaks candidly about her past. She acknowledges the magnetic pull of Steve McQueen, calling him chemical, but refuses to romanticize the pain and control that followed. "There were wonderful days and dreadful days," she says. "I'm not a victim in any way." Today, Ali McGraw is more than the face of Love Story. She is a survivor of fame, heartbreak, addiction, and loss, someone who emerged with the strength to tell her truth. Her story is a reminder that even the most glamorous romances can hide deep struggles, and that courage and resilience can carve a path to peace. If you loved learning about the iconic stars of old Hollywood, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more behind-the-scenes stories, trivia, and all things vintage glam. Join the conversation in the comments below. Who's your favorite old Hollywood celebrity, and why? Make sure to ring the bell so you never miss a new video on the golden era of cinema.